Here are the pagan origins of Easter. Tammuz, which is Nimrod's son, was gored to death by a wild boar in a hunting accident, which is where we get the 40 days of weeping for Tammuz, aka Lent. When Tammuz's mother died, she's also known as Nimrod's wife, she was sent back to earth by the gods on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox in a giant egg, and she reincarnated as the goddess of sex, named Easter or Ishtar. To prove she was a goddess, she changed a bird into an egg-laying rabbit. In this cave right here, the occult priests would impregnate virgins on the altar of Easter on Easter sunrise service, and a year later they would sacrifice those 3-month-old babies on the same altar and dye the Easter eggs with the infant blood. Easter Sunday is the day that ends the 40 days of weeping for Tammuz. On this day, many Christian families continue the tradition of eating Easter ham on Sunday. This was a way to get back at the pig that gored Tammuz. Passover and Easter are often an entire month apart. They represent the worship of two different gods. Easter is celebrated according to the pagan sun god calendar. Passover is celebrated according to the new moon and ripening of the barley in Israel. Yeshua was the final Passover sacrifice, and on the flip side, Easter is the celebration of child sacrifice of pagan sun god worshippers. Deuteronomy 18:9 says, "When you come into the land that the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not learn to follow the abominable practices of those nations." It is an abomination to Yahovah. Christmas and Easter are not for us to partake in. They are the watered-down child sacrifice rituals hatched 2,000 years before Yeshua or Jesus was even born. Throughout history of Israel, they slipped back into Babylonian sun god worship because they were ignorant of the instructions of God, much like today. We say we are doing it for Him. Israel did the exact same thing. They built a golden calf and said, "Tomorrow will be a feast to Yahovah." We all know how that ended. He was disgusted and furious. How many times have you heard, "Well, that's not what Christmas and Easter are to me"? It really doesn't matter what it is to you. It matters what it means to the Creator and Lord. The Almighty says it's an abomination. It's time to come out of Babylon.